Today we'll talk about how to create a navigation nav aside. We use article, we use section, we use all the other tags in HTML5. Okay, let me take one more tag, that is you can get into designing mode, and we have all the time select this and then just move. Okay, so make sure that the cursor is after header. So now this time what I'm doing is again press Ctrl T. Here you have an option called nav. Enter two times. Now you have a navigation thing available. What you can do is you can just open CSS style sheet. We can always create a new style for that particular thing. Okay, so how to do that? What we can do is we can just select this nav, select it, go to CSS style sheet, add new. Here pick up tag. Okay, say okay. This time again what we are going to do is we are going to take a box, and width is going to be 1000 pixels and height is going to be 50 pixels, and we don't use any of the float part. What you can do is just go to block element, display it as a block. This is most important thing. If you don't do that, it always be a problem for you. Okay, say okay. Now let's check. And probably what we can do is we can always provide a different color to this particular. Just go to box, background color, choose some color, say apply. Okay, now just check it out how it is working now. Perfect. So you have a navigation part available. Okay, now what we want is we want one more thing, that is let's assume article part. So what I'm doing, or we can even work on aside. So what I'm doing is again Control T. Here I have a tag. Once we are done with this particular thing, always use next arrow so that it will all the cursor moves to the next tag. Say Control press. Here we are using one more tag called aside. Again enter two times. If you check, it is again after navigation. So aside, generally where we use aside is whenever we want a side blocks, both sides we can all use these blocks aside. And one more thing is inside a article panel also you can use aside. Okay, so wherever you want a side blocks, you can always use aside. So in this occasion what we are doing is we are using this aside for a web page. So let's take this particular thing, create a new style sheet, type, pick up the tag as aside. Okay, this time I want a box, and I don't want the box to be like no full width. I want only 300 width, and height I want 300, and always we can say float left. Again same thing, go to block, display it as a block level element, and go to background, give some background, there's a different background so that you can always identify. Fantastic. Okay, let's see what happens. See, you have a clear thing. Okay, but here if you observe, it's inside. Okay, towards left. What we can do is we'll just work on float part. We don't give float, none. Now this becomes center here, almost center. If I say left, again you can observe it is moving aside. Okay, so probably what we'll do is we don't give anything, just apply. Okay, let's see what happens. It's centered. Okay, so later part what we can do is whenever we are taking next thing, obviously it will come back. You don't need to worry about it. Okay, so that's all for the day.